Good morning, I'm Shilais of Class 6B. Me and my friends are going to present a sketch of the story Rapunzel. So I'm the narrator of the story. Now let's meet the other characters.
Hi, I'm Lakshmi Krishna P from Class 6B. I'm enacting the role of Rapunzel.
Hello everyone, I am Alka Saji of Class 6B. I am acting as Witch.
Good morning, my name is Sandraj. I am studying in class 6th. I am going to play the role of Prince. Thank you.
I am Kaushik Krishna. I am studying in Class 6B. In the drama, I am doing the role of Father.
Hi, my name is Vyasari. In this drama, I am going to play the role of the mother.
Thank you.
There once lived a man and a woman who always wished for a child, but could not have one. These people had a little window at the back of their house, from which a splendid garden could be seen. The garden was full of most beautiful flowers and herbs. It was, however, surrounded by a high wall, and no one dared to go into it, because it belonged to a witch who had great power and was feared by all the world. One day, the woman was standing by the window and looking down into the garden, when she saw a bed which was planted with most tasty Rapunzel. It looked so fresh and green that she longed for it and had the greatest desire to eat some. This desire increased every day. The woman knew that she could not get any of it and grew more pale and miserable each day. Her husband was worried about her and asked,
What is wrong, my dear?
She replied,
If I can't eat some of the Rapunzel from the garden behind our house, I think I shall die.
The man who loved her thought,
Sooner than my lovely wife die, I'll let go some of the Rapunzel myself, no matter what the cost.
The twilight of the evening, he climbed over the wall into the garden of the witch. Hastily grabbed a handful of Rapunzel and took it to his wife. She at once made herself a salad and ate it happily. She, however, liked it so very much, that the next day she longed it for 3 times as much as before. If he was to have any rest, her husband must once more descend into the garden. In the gloom of evening, therefore, he set out again. But when he had climbed over the wall, he was terribly afraid, for he saw the witch standing before him.
How dare you
She said with angry look.
sneak into my garden and steal my Rapunzel like a thief? You shall suffer for this.
The frightened husband answered,
Please have mercy, I had to have the Rapunzel. My wife fell from the window and fell such a strong fall that she would have died if she had not got something to eat.
Then the witch allowed her anger to be softened and said to him,
If this is true, I will allow you to take as much as you like. Only I make one condition. You should give me your baby daughter your wife will bring into the world. She shall be well treated and I will care for it like a mother.
The man in fear consented. When the baby was born, the witch appeared at once and gave the child the name of Rapunzel and took the baby away with her. Rapunzel grew into most beautiful child beneath the sun. When she was 12 years old, the witch shut her into a tower which lay in the forest. The tower had no stairs or door, but only a little window at the very top. When the witch wanted to go in, she stood beneath the window and cried,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Rapunzel had magnificent long hair fine as spun gold, and when she heard the voice of the witch, she would her brains round one of the hook of the window, and then the hair fell down the side of the tower, and witch climbed up by it. After a year or two, it came to pass that the prince rode through the forest and went by the tower. He heard a song which was so loudly that Stroop still listened. This was Rapunzel, who in her loneliness passed her time singing. The prince wanted to climb up to her and looked for the door of the tower, but none was found. He rode home, but the singing had so deeply touched his heart that every day he went out into the forest and listened to it. Once, when he was standing behind the tree listening to Rapunzel's song, he saw the witch come and heard how she cried.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Then Rapunzel let down the braids of her hair, and witch climbed up to her.
If that is a ladder of 1 ounce, I will try my fortune,
Thought the prince, and the next day when it began to grow dark, he went to the tower and cried.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Immediately the hair fell down and the prince climbed up. At first Rapunzel was terribly frightened when a man such as her eyes had never seen came to her.
You're not my mother. Why did you come here?
My heart had been so stirred by your singing that it had left me no rest.
Rapunzel lost her fear, and when he asked if she would take him for her husband, and she saw that he was kind and handsome, she said yes and laid her hand in his.
Yes.
And she said,
I'll willingly go away with you, but I don't know how to get down. Bring a bit of silk every time you come here, so that I can weave a ladder and we shall escape together.
They agreed that until that time he should come to her every evening. For the old woman came by day. The witch knew nothing of this until once Rapunzel said in her distraction,
Oh my, you're so much heavier than the young prince. Mother, prince climbs my hair faster than you do.
Ah, you wicked child!
cried the witch.
What do I hear? Thee say, I thought that I had separated you from all the world, but you have deceived me.
In her anger, she clutched Rapunzel's beautiful hair, seized a pair of scissors, and snip-snap, cut it all off. Rapunzel's lovely braids lay on the ground. But the witch was now through. She was so angry at that she took poor Rapunzel into a desert where she had to live in great grief and misery. The witch rushed back to the tower and fastened the braids of hair which she had cut off to the hook of the window. And when the prince came and cried,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
she let the hair down. The prince climbed to the window, but he didn't find his dearest Rapunzel above, but the witch, who gazed at him with a wicked and venomous look. She cried mockingly.
You have come for Rapunzel, but the beautiful bird sits no longer singing in the nest. The cat has got it and will scratch her eyes as well. Rapunzel is banished and you will never see her again.
Prince was beside himself, and in his despair he fell down from the tower. He escaped with his life, but the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes. Then he wandered, quite blind, about the forest, ate nothing but roots and berries, and did nothing but weep o'er the loss of his dearest Rapunzel. In this way, the prince roamed in mystery for some months, and at the length came to desert, where the witch had banished Rapunzel. He heard a voice singing, and it seemed so familiar to him that he went towards it. When he approached, Rapunzel knew him and fell into his arms and wept. 2 or 4 tears fell on his eyes, and Prince could see again. He led her to his kingdom, where he was joyfully received, and they lived for a long time afterwards, happy and contented.